Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Alright, I already shuffled. The cat might jump into frame. Just fair warning. He's doing what he's doing. I usually put him in another room, but he knew what I was going to try to do and he hid from me. He's like, nope, you're not going to do that to me today. So he just kind of wanders out here when he feels like it. Hopefully he doesn't jump in front of the camera or anything, but... Sagittarius. Okay. You got the Queen of Wands going into this. Very active energy, very... I'm tempted to say forceful, but not in a bad way. Kind of like something isn't going right, it needs to be rectified. Just moving forward and taking care of it. Just let's get it done, let's go. I'm doing it. It is what it is, gotta move, gotta do. The situation itself is not so good. This feels like this is why this is more of a forceful energy. It's a bad situation. And it's not getting better. You're actively trying to fix it. The Three of Swords shows up. It's a very disappointing situation. You're trying to do the best you can with it. It's not acceptable. It's a not acceptable situation, whatever that is. It's general read, I know, but it just feels like, no, can't have this, can't keep this going. Somebody outside of the situation, which seems a little weird to me, makes a decision. It's like the magician pushes in. You're trying to fix something, it's not working, it's a very sad, not working out feeling here. Somebody else, like a third party energy, pushes in. I feel like that's the magician, and this removes you from the situation. I'm getting the death card with the blossoming. Ironically, with this card, I noticed it. I think I've noticed this before. Like, this person, that lady is holding a violin, but if you, hopefully you can see it. She's not holding a bow though, so it's kind of like, I guess she could pluck the strings, but where her hand is, it's not quite making it, and it almost looks like the strings are missing too to me, which. It's kind of like the situation, there's nothing you can do with it anymore. And it's kind of like you have to accept it and just let it go. And you're doing your best. And it's almost like it's like a bittersweet relief. Kind of like it wasn't working anyway. It doesn't seem like you were able to really make a positive difference no matter how hard you tried. And the fact that it's been taken out of your control, it's a bittersweet blessing. It's like a dark blessing is what I'm getting. Because the blossoming is telling me other things are coming your way. This doesn't necessarily a happy card, which sometimes people think it is because blossoming and flowers and all other good stuff. But like something else is blooming, something else is coming out of the situation. It's kind of like this has come to its moment where it's come to its fruition kind of feel. Like it's blossoming in that sense. Like this is where it's going. It makes me feel like, you know, in the spring when there's all that pollen in the air. And if you're a person like me and your sinuses go wahunky, that's a word. It's not like the best feeling. It's just like everything is pretty and nice and beautiful, but your face is like, bleh. So, you know, I don't know. It doesn't feel great, but it's kind of like a better time of life is coming into phase. It's kind of taking the good with the bad is what I'm getting, especially because like it's literally being taken out of your hands. The death card is there. It's being taken out of your hands. Now, ironically, after it's been taken out of your hands, I do see you trying to get it back with the Five of Wands, fighting to try to get this back. And I'm getting like a lot of things going quickly, a lot of quick changes happening with the Eight of Wands and the environment. This is very short-lived. It's kind of like one last-ditch effort. It's like you don't want to give up. I feel like you don't want to give up, and you're kind of feeling guilty about letting it go, that type of feel. That's kind of what it feels like. I feel like it's good to let it go, but it's hard to. It's kind of feeling like, no, I should be trying to take care of this. This is something I should handle. It's being snapped away from you, though, really quickly. There's one last-ditch effort. I don't feel like it's working. I feel like after this last-ditch effort, This feels very dramatic. The Peace card comes up, which is telling me there's nothing left to do, and like you have to accept it. There's nothing left. Literally, that you can't do anything anymore. This last moment, you tried to get involved again. You tried to take care of it. You didn't want to give up on it, but I feel again that third party is pulling you away from it and blocking you away from the situation. Now, this third party energy is also looking for other ways to solve the problem, but I feel like somebody else is taking over the whole problem. The whole thing, somebody else is taking over everything. You don't seem to have the ability to do anything with it anymore. And as this leaves this energy, I see you with the Moon card kind of like, it makes you a little uncomfortable. You don't know what's really going on. You still emotionally are connected to this situation, but literally you can't do anything with it. What I'm getting here is the energy that took it over, whoever this may be, whatever took over, there's a lot lacking here, which seems to be a big piece of the whole problem. There's a lot of it's like lacking resource, lacking the ability to do this. There's a lot of lack here, a lot of there's missing, something is missing, like the ability to either move forward, the resources. No, hey, no, stay up there. Don't you jump down here. You stay up there. Stay up there. Sorry. It's just unnerving if he jumps down into frame, so he's fine. Okay. The Fool card with the Five of Pentacles is whoever's dealing with this. They're trying to make it better. They're realizing there's a lot of lack here. And they're realizing to make this situation go better, it's kind of like it's like if you view those pentacles on that tree as fruit, the pentacles are still good, the tree is pretty much dead. So to fix the situation, the fruit has to be picked, it has to be taken to a more fertile, more bountiful area and replanted. A new tree can be grown from the fruit that was left over. But it's like this tree feels like it's kind of dead. And they're very hopeful if they just change some things and reconstitute the whole situation, it could have a chance. This is where it's going. It's not immediately happening, but that's the plan, I feel, going out of this situation. The Page of Pentacles going into the World card with the Resilience card right over on top of it is telling me this is a plan that's taking a long time to happen, but that's the end goal, to completely restructure the whole situation. It's almost like it's almost like a bone healed incorrectly, and then it's kind of like, having a surgery to re-break the bone, put everything in line the way it should be, and then kind of like holding it in place. It's going to take a lot to heal it. But when it's healed correctly, it has a chance to truly do what it's supposed to do. It's almost like if your arm or your leg, a leg is a better way to put this. Like if your leg was healed like this instead of straight, and you can't really walk correctly on it, or run, or even for that matter, jog, forget it. So they're like, all right, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have a surgery, we're going to have to re-break some bones, we're going to have to align some things, it's going to be very painful, it's going to take a lot of therapy. It's going to take it's going to take a long time to fix it, but once it's healed correctly, then we can start working correctly, we can start walking correctly, and possibly run later. But that's basically like they're breaking the whole situation down. And I'm using the broken bone, like the breaking the bone situation, because it's that stressful. It's a very difficult thing to do. It's a very, they're careful about making this decision because it feels very drastic. But that's where this is going. I feel like literally you have no connection to the decision, and once this happens, you feel completely dejected from the whole situation. You're not a part of it anymore. But it does feel like it's going to be okay. I just feel like it's completely out of your hands. There's nothing left for you to do with it. Wanting to or not is a whole another thing, but there's nothing that can be done. Everything is getting restructured. It's very dramatic. There's a lot going on, but whoever's making this decision feels like that's the only chance the situation really has, for it to be completely broken down, reconstituted, healed correctly, and then start from square one and work from there. It's the only thing that there's any possible resolution. All right, and that's what I got. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.